Make Will pay for it.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
No, I like. I'm Matt Severson, Back Nine owner operator in Henderson, Nevada.
And I'm JD Meekum, Matt's partner here in Henderson.
Born and raised in Idaho Falls, Idaho. Moved out to Las Vegas in '07. 100% lover of outdoors and anything sport. Golf's been a passion of mine for probably the last 20 years.
Matt's definitely the golfer of the group. We grew up together in Idaho. I golf, but I wouldn't say I'm an avid golfer. I come from a family of golfers, which was kind of what piqued my interest, was the opportunity for some of the people in my family that are getting a little older to be able to play more consistently, and lucky to have a partner like Matt. What inspired me to get involved in something like this? So I've been in direct sales for 18 years, which has been a great career for me, but I was looking for something else to generate some revenue for myself and my family on the side. And I approached Matt about this business opportunity, as he's an avid golfer and lived in a community where we felt like this would be a good fit, and we just kind of took baby steps from there.
Yeah, I mean, it's 100% JD brought Back Nine to me, and we rapped about it at the start, and it was an easy yes, just based on my love for the sport, the direction of the industry, and where the game's headed. So yeah, I like it a lot.
So I can say for me, number one, the very first thing that piqued my interest with this was a membership model with reoccurring revenues without having to manage and hire staff was the number one thing for me.
I mean, I'll add to it, the full swing was a big selling point for me. I've played a little bit of simulator golf. Indoor golf's never going to replace real golf, but some of the aspects of this and the tournament brand or the PGA representation behind it that's coming was a big selling point, and I think indoor golf is only getting bigger, better, and faster quickly.
Back Nine was actually introduced to me by a mutual friend of Will's, a mutual friend that had looked into the business in southern Utah. I had been looking for something, had kind of kicked the tires on some other business opportunities that didn't really align with my time frame. The more I dug into this, the more I thought it could work and fit.
Yeah, and it all came from JD through me in a casual conversation that we both agreed would work, and the business structure, the operating model seemed like a good fit.
When I first started kicking the tires on Back Nine, I looked into other simulator models, what models were out there, what other businesses were doing. Primarily, I think the reason I felt confident moving forward with Back Nine was the ability to scale it with velocity. Matt and I have ambitions to do multiple locations, and I just think with some of the plug and play aspects of Back Nine, it made the ability to do that faster. So Matt and I both have a career. Like, he's got a day job, I've got a day job. I mean, I think I speak for both of us when I say the long-term goal is to do this full time. Obviously, it's going to take multiple locations to be able to do that, but being able to work in the golf business, hang out with people, have fun, play competitively in a really booming industry was a no-brainer, really.
Honestly, short-term goals are get this one operating, ahead of the curve quickly and scale up towards another one. And I think part of that is our presence within the golf community. We aren't pushing this as a by-the-hour program. We want members, and we want lifelong members. And we want to get to a point where we have more than enough members forcing us to open our next.
I want them to feel like this is their place. I want them to feel like this is I joke with people when they come in, I'm like, this is your man cave away from home. That's kind of the comparisons I made to some of the other shops around, is this has much more of kind of a lounge feel. It's chill, you can come in, do your thing. It's kind of your home away from home, and we want people to feel comfortable with that for the duration.
Yeah, I mean, he beat me to it. It's treat it like their own. That's the membership model, having people have a little ownership over it, take better care of it, and thus keep it the way we want it.
An opportunity to play more conveniently, more often is kind of how I view it. I think we're in a unique location here in Nevada where there's growing restrictions on water in a population base that's exploding. We've met a lot of people just in the couple days we've been open that want to play more golf, but either they can't get out during the available times. Golf is getting more expensive. It's just the ability to be able to go and play a round of golf in under an hour depending on how many people are playing, I think is an added convenience too. I think simulator golf is just scratching the surface. I think there's a lot of misconceptions too about simulator golf. We get a lot of people that come in for demos. They're like, oh, I've done this before, I've played on a simulator before. And then once they actually see the technology that we're using, they're like, oh my gosh, this is so much better, it's so much different. And it's for the serious golfer. It's for people that are either new to the sport that want to improve, or people that have been players for a long time that really want to dial in their swing so that they can play competitively. And we want to provide that platform for all of those people.
This is like their own man cave. We treat it like their home, so we want them to be comfortable here. I've talked to all of our members and made sure that it's an open door. If they've got feedback for us, how we can make the space better, we're all ears. And it's no judgment on their part, no judgment on ours. We just want to make sure that we are doing things to their liking.
I mean, specifically here in the desert, if you're somebody that likes to play year round, in the summer, you can beat the heat. We keep it 70 degrees in here year round. The peak season, when the weather's nice in the desert, it gets dark by 4 o'clock. So depending on what your work schedule is, somebody can come in before work, after work. We have members that come in sometimes 6, 7 o'clock in the morning before work. It's just the availability to go swing and play at your fingertips whenever you want. It's convenient.
Specific to Vegas and Henderson, 24/7 is a must. A lot of the people that we talk about, the business model and how it works and why it works, that's the most attractive thing to them. It's important, obviously, early on. We're still at a very small membership number. The Full Swing Compete tool that we can use to put together leagues and tournaments is a big deal to us, big selling point. And we want to create new friends and membership groups among our members specific to the back nine.
Rubbing shoulders with people in the golf community. There's such a high percentage of people that are obsessed with this game, and they want to play, and they want to play more than they're currently playing. They want to teach their kids the game. This is a much more convenient way to have your kids come in and learn how to swing the club, take lessons in here if they want. It just checks a lot of boxes for people that are serious about the game of golf.
I think it starts from day one with the personal experience. So far all of our members have been onboarded face-to-face, and we keep an open line of communication, sharing the cell phone numbers so that they can text us night or day, and just being very clear that if they need us, they get us.
We're capping our memberships once we get to a specific level. A lot of our current members have actually come from other locations for that reason. They just felt like, it was a nice facility, but it was a little impersonal, maybe a little too crowded at times. My roommate in college worked at a golf course, and so I got the opportunity to play a lot of golf for a few years, and my game didn't really improve doing that. And it's just because a lot of times you get out on the course and you're rushed. There's people behind you, there's people in front of you, the sun's going down. Sometimes you get a little bit impatient. To be able to come in and actually get real-time swing data, because it's instant feedback every time you swing the club. And for people that are serious about improving their game, I don't know where else you're going to do that than on a full swing simulator.
To add to what JD said, a big part of that is the repetition. I mean, you get a lot more swings in the small amount of time. You get consistent feedback, hitting on a direct target, the same target each and every time, your same lie, your same data points. And the simulator technologies come so far that if you're any sort of a golfer aspiring to get better, learn to read the numbers, use the numbers in your favor, get a teaching professional to help you with your swing mechanics, and the sky's the limit. I see the vision of Back Nine. There's a brand standard there. Part of the reason that we are in and Back Nine members is we trust in the franchise and the growth and the development. Indoor golf is going to grow quickly, fastly. So we are putting our dollars in the kitty to be behind what we think will be the best name in simulator golf.
The first time I met with the executive board at Back Nine when I was first looking into this was I appreciated the flexibility they were willing to provide in kind of a growing, nuanced space. There's pieces to the business that are structured, and then they allow us to kind of put our fingerprints on it, which was important to me because, this is our shop. We own this, we built it. It's not a cookie cutter McDonald's location. You can go to multiple Back Nine locations, and there's parts of them that are the same and there's parts that aren't, and I really like that.
Golf's just such a great game that you get paired up with people. I've played with movie actors I didn't know the actor, didn't know the movie they were in, and then later I come back and watch them. Wow, that guy's somebody. I had no idea. You get to connect with people of all shapes and sizes, different backgrounds. It's just, I love the game. So as you can tell, I'm just a bit of a nerd for the game, and there's a lot of reasons why.
I'm a sports junkie. I'm a sports family. I have 5 kids. I've coached my kids all growing up, football, basketball, baseball. I learned, for me, growing up playing sports through high school, is most of that stuff kind of ends when you get into your 20s. Whereas golf, if it's a game you commit to and get good at, you can play your whole life until you can no longer walk. And I'm trying to sort of pass that idea on to my kids. I have 2 sons that are actually in here right now playing, that have just started to play within the last few months and love it. Like, it's hard to even get them out of here when they start swinging. So it's just a great opportunity. It's a good time with the family, and this is just an opportunity for me to do that more.
My number one favorite thing in this world to do is snowboarding. I know that's weird coming from Las Vegas. I grew up doing it, but I'm just a lover of all sports and anything outdoors. So, JD and I played high school baseball together. You name it. Golf. Here in Vegas, the rock climbing is world class. Mountain biking's fantastic. Lately, I've gotten pretty into pickleball. I still hop on the skateboard a little bit. Anything under the sun, out of the indoors, and I'm a big fan of it. So,
find a location that you feel really good about, and then throw caution to the wind. Create it in the way you see it, and go to work and help people find you. I think if you do that with the right amount of passion, I think the trajectory will sort of take care of itself.
Do your homework. Understand the space that you're considering. If you're part of the Back Nine, you've got a large network of guys that have gone through exactly what we've gone through already. And be creative. Don't build every spot exactly the same. Hold it to the standard. Make yours nicer than ours.
I just feel like we're in a great location. So it's a place where people can come in. They can order food. It's very accessible because our location is so close to the freeway. We've got 80-inch flat screens. It's darker. It's just a chill, loungy vibe, and I hope to repeat it 10 times over.
If you're a prospective member and you haven't signed up yet, I'm hoping you've come and demoed. You've played underneath the Full Swing technology. I hope you've met with either myself or JD. If there's anything holding you back from joining, I think the only question is, would you use it? We don't want a member that just signs up and doesn't use it. We want someone that's a golfer, whether that's a casual golfer that wants to bring their friends and watch football on the TV, or somebody who wants to take their game to the next level, maybe hire a coach and bring your coach in. We cater to all golfers. Just be a golfer.